I'm Christy. Today I want to talk about choosing to make healthy life choices consistently. Last week I mentioned making sure our priorities are where we want them to be and then proving it by putting those items on our calendar. You can find a link to last week's post over on the blog. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This was originally posted in September of 2022. But what types of things should we consider as our priorities? When we think about our priorities, many times we put faith and family at the top or at or near the top of our priority list, and rightfully so. Those things are absolutely important and deserve a top spot on our priority list. But I think, in this case anyway, we should consider placing self-care at the top. While this will look different for each of us, the basic category, I think, still stands. And, as I mentioned last week, if our tanks are empty, we have nothing to give others when we're needed. When that happens, everyone loses. So how each of us defines self-care differs. The activities we choose to participate in to take care of ourselves will vary from individual to individual. But my real point here is that we need to make taking care of ourselves the priority, however it looks in our individual lives. Healthy choices also vary from person to person. No, that's not quite true. Making healthy choices is good for everyone. What a person defines as a healthy choice for them will vary from person to person. Exercise, healthy eating habits, losing weight, more sleep, better quality sleep, time for personal interests. All of these are possibilities. Most of us will probably pick at least one of these areas to focus on. Some of us will want to focus on all of them. Regardless of what we choose as our area of focus, I think it's safe to say we all have room for improvement when it comes to making healthy choices for ourselves. In the end, I think the key is whatever we choose as a healthy choice for ourselves needs to have a positive impact on our lives. After working hard to make these changes, we need to be able to look at our lives and feel that we're better off for having made these changes. Otherwise, we're likely to become discouraged and end up where we were before, or maybe even worse off than we were before. Once we've decided on what areas to make a priority, pick the most important area and focus on making the necessary changes here first. It's tempting to focus on all areas because we're so motivated to change. But personal experience taught me that focusing too broadly means that nothing really changes. Instead, focusing on a single item at a time and working to instill the new habits, attitudes, and routines necessary to make it a consistent part of my life mean that the changes last. Once one area is well established and ingrained into my routine, then I can move to the next item on my list and begin working on a second area, while maintaining the changes from the first area. Over time, these changes add up. Given enough time, all areas improve. This mentality allows these changes to become a new lifestyle. I've discovered that adapting to a new lifestyle mentality means that these changes become ingrained routines that allow exceptions as life throws things at me. Some days, my food is bang on. Other days, I splurge and enjoy a special treat, or maybe more than a special treat, for some special occasion. And on still other days, there's a special occasion that I can work my food around so that I stay on track with my overall routine while still allowing me to enjoy that special occasion. This is just one example that can easily be applied to many other areas. You understand the point I'm trying to make. Once a routine is established, we see how exceptions, and sometimes big exceptions, are allowable without breaking the routine completely. We realize they're allowed and won't necessarily break the new habit. Instead, they allow us to enjoy life with all of its ups and downs while maintaining the new habit and routine. Over the next few weeks, we'll look at some major areas to consider for improving our self-care routines. These areas include food, exercise, sleep, recreation or downtime, and our mental health. I know I'm not likely to tell you anything that you don't already know. Almost everyone today knows what they should do to make healthy choices. But it's so easy to not make those choices. My hope is that throughout this series, I'll be able to provide a few ideas on how you might be able to begin to make small changes in the choices you make regularly to help you make healthier choices for your life and how you take care of yourself. So my question for you this week is this: have you made any lifestyle changes? Have you created any new habits? I'd love to hear about them. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. Again, that's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This was originally posted in September of 2022. If you prefer, you can always email me at Christy, CHRISTY, at havenofhopeforme.com. I'm continuing to reevaluate my priorities so that I can continue to say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.